I'm talking about something that interests me. Of course, everything interests me. But today I'm going to talk about pokeweed, or as we call it in the South, poke salad. Do you have poke salad? It's kind of late in the season, and this is October the 12th, and the leaves are starting to change. But I want you to notice how red the stalks are, and how you can see some of the berries are still on the bush here. Now, I know I've heard all my life that the berries and all parts of the plant were poisonous, but when I was a boy, my grandmother used to go out early in the spring, and we would pick the young shoots, and we would take them back to the kitchen, and she would boil them 3 times, each time pouring off the water, and she would cook them, and we would have what she called poke salad. She'd usually cook up a pound of cornbread and some black-eyed peas, and it was delicious. Now, we've heard all our lives that these were poisonous, but I'll show you. If they're poisonous, I should be dead tonight. In actuality, in Revolutionary War times, they actually used the juice of these berries to color wine. And you may not know it, but during the Civil War, most of the letters the soldiers wrote home to their loved ones was actually written using the juice of the berries. You can always identify the plant with a red stalk. Can you see the red stalk? Also, birds love to consume these berries. You probably had them on your windshield before, after they've eaten them. If you want to know more, you can Google pokeweed or pokeberry, and you can find a wealth of information. A few years ago, my neighbor John, who is now 86, came down one day, and I had a prolific crop of pokeberries that year. And he said, "Gary, I'd like to gather some of these pokeberries." Of course, I told him he could gather all he wanted. Well, curious, I asked why. He said they are a great treatment for arthritis. He takes 2 berries every day. He keeps them frozen, and he'll take them out of the freezer and just swallow them whole, just as I just did. I wouldn't recommend anybody doing that, but I have Googled it, and it was used extensively by the Cherokee Indians and the other Indians that were in this area. This particular weed grows prolific all up and down the East Coast, all the way from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic Ocean, and from the Gulf of Mexico up to Canada. So, till next time, this is Gary Bolton. See you then.